what's up? It's Grace, and right now I'm going to be doing the Unpopular Opinions book tag. I did this about a year ago, and I have different answers for these questions. This is one of my favorite tags because it's a little bit, I don't know, controversial, and we all have different opinions, and it's great. And you know how everyone does the video and they say, don't get mad because we all got different opinions. I'm gonna say the same thing, like, it's okay to disagree. Agree to disagree. This tag was created by the Book Archer, and I will go ahead and link that video down below. So let's go ahead and get started. Question number 1 is a popular book or series that you didn't like. And I don't think there's like a book that is super hyped, super popular that I didn't like, but there are 2 books that I didn't like Red Queen, but I always talk about that. So Red Queen I didn't like, but also there's these 2 books that I have here, and I enjoyed them. I gave them 3 out of 5 stars. They were enjoyable, but there was so much hype surrounding them that I expected a lot more than what I got. And so the first one that I have is Everything Everything by Nicola Yoon. This is a fun little contemporary that while I was reading it, I really enjoyed, but then the end happened, didn't particularly like the end, and then looking back, a lot of things just didn't really add up and make sense, and I was just like, what? But it was still really enjoyable, and it was fun, and it was cute, but at the same time, I just didn't love it as much as everyone else. And the second book that I have is Uprooted by Naomi Novik. It's such a beautiful book. There's so much like hype surrounding it. So many people love this book. So when I went into it, I was like, this is gonna be epic. And it was good. It was different and it was very unique. But I think that it lacked world building. It lacked like character depth. Not character depth. Maybe I just didn't like the characters, because I know a lot of people love these characters, but I just didn't find anything that I really liked about these characters. I mean, I really enjoyed the main character. She was fun and different, but other than that, nothing. And I think it's because we were focusing on these 2 characters, and we were really getting only these 2 characters, and it's a pretty chunky book, and I really like side characters, and I don't think we got a lot of side characters in this book, but it was good, it was enjoyable, but it's nothing that I'm gonna reread. Question number 2 is pick a popular book or series that everyone else seems to hate but you love. And for this, I'm picking a book that's actually pretty well loved, but lately I've seen a lot of negative reviews surrounding it, and that is Me Before You by Jojo Moyes. A lot of people find this book problematic, and I definitely understand where they're coming from, but I love this book personally, and I really appreciated it for showing this whole side of life that's very dark, and a lot of people don't want to talk about this topic because it's taboo, and you can't say that you're for it, and you can't say that you're against it, because it really has nothing to do with you. It has something to do with the person that's suffering. And if you haven't read this book, you have no idea what the heck I'm talking about, but I do not want to talk a lot about it because it's so very easy to spoil this book. Anyway, I understand, or maybe I don't understand, but I respect some of these characters' choices, and I just can't help but love this book, and I will always defend this book and stand by it. Question number 3 is a love triangle where the person ended up with the person that you did not want them to end up with. And if you are not caught up with the Throne of Glass series, I would say not watch this video. But if you don't care, then whatever. But I'm going to talk about a character or an OTP from that series that I don't necessarily like. But so if you haven't caught up, like, skip this video for like a minute. Those 2 characters that I'm choosing are Selena and Ronan. Is it Ronan? Rowan. I always forget because Ronan is from The Raven Cycle. Rowan is from Queen of... You get what I'm saying. But I just do not like them as an OTP. I find them just very odd and weird, and I just can't get with that. And I like them as friends. I thought they were gonna have the most epic friendship, because in Airfire I was like, yes, this is a good friendship, but then this book happened and I was like, damn it. All these OTPs in this series, I just don't understand. I love this series, but they're so weird, and I just don't really understand a lot of these ships and relationships in this book. But I'm so excited to see where this series goes, and I love it, but I don't necessarily love Selena and Rowan together. Question number 4 is pick a popular book genre that you hardly reach for, and for me that is definitely nonfiction. I just don't usually tend to grab a nonfiction book. I have to be in a serious mood. Maybe once every 5 years I'll pick up a nonfiction book. Maybe I'm exaggerating a little. As of right now, that's just not where my love is in reading, but who knows, because I don't explore it that much. I really need to try and expand my reading horizons. But I'm sure as I get older I will love nonfiction a lot more, but right now I like myself some high fantasy, historical fiction, sci-fi, aliens, monsters, some weird stuff. That's where my love is as of right now. Question number 5 is a popular or beloved character that you happen to not like. And for me, this is a character that I read recently. I read the reviews and people are in love with him, and I kind of see the appeal, but not for me. Maybe eventually, because at first I hated Warner, but then I loved him, so maybe this is that case. But this is Farrell? In A Book of Spirits and Thieves by Morgan Rhodes. To me, he's just kind of like a slimy rich dude that I just cannot get behind. Ew, that sounded wrong. I mean, I can't get behind liking him. He's just not something that he's not appealing to me, I don't think. So he's just not my cup of tea. Question number 6 is a popular author that you cannot seem to get into, and for me that is Holly Black. She wrote The Coldest Girl in Cold Town and The Darkest Part of the Forest, along with another fairy series, I believe. But I read The Coldest Girl in Cold Town a long time ago. I didn't enjoy it, and I tried to read The Darkest Part of the Forest a couple months ago, and I got only like 45 pages in, and I just didn't it didn't capture my attention as much as I wanted it to. I'll probably give it another shot, but I just don't see myself getting super into her books. However, I really love her Spiderwick Chronicles. I know she wrote that with someone else as well. I'll keep trying to love her books because I know that so many people do, and I can recognize that she's a wonderful writer, but I don't know, there's something about her stories that aren't that interesting to me for some reason. Question number 7 is a popular book trope that you're tired of seeing. For me, that would probably have to be, I've already talked about this in a couple videos, but when the protagonist of the book series is scared that they're gonna be the villain, like they're like, I'm just like them, I'm a horrible person, and then they leave their group and they're trying to find themselves, and it's like, you're not evil at all. You're nothing like them. Number 8 is a popular book or series that you're just not interested in reading. And for me right now, that's Game of Thrones by George R.R. Martin. And I know, I don't want to say halfway through the first book, but I know I got pretty close and I was enjoying it. But I was pretty slow and I'm all caught up on the TV show, and I don't really see myself ever reading that series. But who knows, life is weird. I could eventually wake up one day and be like, I'm gonna binge read that series. So I don't want to say I'm never gonna read it, but as of right now, there's really no interest in that. And the last question is, the saying goes, the book is better than the movie, but what movie or TV show adaptation do you prefer more than the book? And for me, that would probably be Paper Towns by, oh my god, John Green. Why did I forget that? I really enjoyed the book, but also I hated the characters. They bugged me, and Margot Ross Spiegelman, I was like, you're such a biatch. But I watched the movie and I understood her a lot better, so it's not necessarily like that I liked one more than the other, but I got to get more of an understanding of Margot in the movie, and I really, really enjoyed it. I enjoyed the book. I also just don't like the ending of it though, but I think it's a good book and a good movie. So that was the Unpopular Opinions book tag. If you want to go ahead and do this tag, go ahead and do it. I know that so many people have because it's more than a year old, but maybe you have different answers this time. If you agree with any of my answers, if you disagree with any of them, I would love to know. And I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you're having a good time wherever you're at, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.